And we are live. Hi, everyone.
Hello, hi everybody.
How's everybody on a well, hot Thursday itself? Pretty hot
Yeah,
today.
today is warm. Today is very, very warm. I
Yeah,
was
it's
hoping
warm.
for rain actually.
I think we're all hoping for rain, but I don't think we're going to see it. Well, at least not today. Today's the end of the day already. Coming, it's already past 9 p.m. So it's a very warm Thursday, and we're happy to be doing a quick live tonight for everyone here from we are from Peak Resonance. I'm Desmond.
Hi, I'm Rachel here.
Hi. So Rachel, today for our Facebook Live, I know we are always happy to share some things with our viewers itself. So I was just thinking today, what should we talk about? Actually, I've always been quite interested to learn a little bit more. Can I take the chance to get you to, tell me a little bit more about compounding interest?
Yeah, and that's kind of our theme for this week, right?
Yeah, I guess you'll be like that perfect
Yeah.
question for me to pose. Could you just share something more about compounding interest so I can pick up some and also allow our viewers to be able to learn something on this short Facebook Live?
Yeah, and the topic is quite apt because finance is one of the pillars for Peak Resonance as well, and it's one of the area that we help our clients in. So back to your question with regards to compounding interest, the reason I like compounding interest is that it can be a very, very powerful instrument when we understand the strategy behind it. So context, just to set the context, with regards to any investment instrument or any strategy that we adopt, understand the context, the principles behind first, then adapt that principle to each of your specific situations, so that you make the best use of the principle and don't just follow blindly. That's what I would say. Yeah, understand and then adopt it. So with regards to compounding interest, what this means is about how we invest money. The very first sum that we invest, we put money in, that is the principal amount. And with every principal amount that you, for example, if you put in a very simple savings account or fixed deposit, you will receive an interest at the end of the month. What compounding interest means is just taking that interest that you receive at the end of the duration to reinvest that, and it will gain you investment return over the years. The reason it is so powerful is because the return that it gives you grows exponentially over the years. And I've seen an example that's done by my mentor where very simply, if you just set aside 1,000 each month, and for every year you add in an additional $500, generally speaking, we're talking about compounding maybe 1% interest on a monthly basis, which translates to 12% on an annual basis. So probably by year 12 or 13, you'll be able to reach the 1 million mark. And that is quite amazing, given that,
Wow, 1 million mark.
how exponential the money actually grows. Of course, understand that this strategy requires consistency, requires discipline for you to consistently put money aside. Yeah.
Wow, cool. Well, that's really cool. $1,000 a month consistently, and of course they were saying that to then add in like 500 from year 2 and so on, and you will exponentially reach with a 1% interest of return every month, you will get $1 million in about 12-13 years. Wow. Well, that's really cool. That would mean that if someone consistently does that, in about 12 to 13 years, they can actually buy a Ferrari.
Oh, is that how much a Ferrari costs?
Well, I mean, generally, on the general terms, I've actually heard about this before. Somewhere on, I can't remember, comic strips. I hope not. Somewhere I've read before, someone has ever mentioned says about if you don't smoke, if you give up smoking, your 2 packs of cigarettes a day, you add that in, and at the end of like around 10 years, you can buy a Ferrari. Obviously, that joke ended up with, why isn't that person who gave the instruction, gave this advice, driving a Ferrari himself or herself. So that was more like a joke that I actually learned. So, but hearing this from you actually is actually testament that that was not a random statement. There is actually truth in it. And well, in this very short, 5 minutes, I've learned something new about something that, you know, I thought that it was a little bit of a joke, but there is truth behind that itself. So, wow, I think that is really cool. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I hope that, you know, by us popping in and sharing little bits of tips and information, you will help our viewers to learn a little bit of something. Okay, that doesn't really make sense. Learn a little bit of something. Learn a bit of, you know, the financial stuff.
Let me put it this way. You know, by us actually just coming in and doing a very short and simple and effective, we are hoping that you will be able to just learn that one or two things. You know, learning itself is not about having exponential amount or huge amounts of information. We all have tons of information on our hand. The internet is always there. Mr. G Google is always providing us with plenty of information. But to truly be able to pick up something, one or two pointers, I think is what really is, you know, teachings that is being taught, knowledge that is actually being taught or caught itself. There's also a saying that I've always, I have it somewhere here, is that some learning is taught. It's actually beside me. Some learning is taught, yet the most important learning is simply caught. And to and with this, we're hoping, and we're really hoping that by doing this in little small chunks, we can help to bring these learnings for some of you to just make it easy and fun for you all to just catch some of these learnings. We're always happy to share.
Oh, I like that quote. Very nice. It's like, you know, just by listening to, you know, a short video or live or something, you know, you have the aha moment, and you can then apply that into your lives and, you know, make the shift. Wow.
Yes, indeed.
I like
so
that.
We're hoping some of you can, we are happy for anyone that's watching this after this, or even now we have like probably a few viewers right now, you know, to learn and really catch this right now and put it to use for you, and even just to get this little bit of nugget information and just carry with you. It will be useful, you know, put it to use for you. And that is where at Peak Resonance, we are very happy and we are very dedicated to help people to be able to get that shift and to be able to learn.
Cool, great. So I also want to share a little bit about the topic for next week. We will be popping in next week to chat a little bit with regards to relationships. This is the topic for next week. We will be looking at relationships, finding your own identity within a relationship. And this can be a relationship with your spouse, with your partner, with family members, with people around you, with toxic people, with non-toxic people. So it's about finding your identity in any relationship.
Cool. And I think that is really a very cool and very interesting, and can be it's actually a very insightful for me, which I do a lot of career coaching, finding your identity at work, at career, and dealing with people, because in career, you're also dealing with all different people, not just your immediate colleagues. It could be colleagues, you know, up the chain, your bosses itself, your peer colleagues, if you're in charge of people, a team, people who's reporting to you. And also with today's technology and today's remote working, you know, relationship with people, working with people who is half the world away from you. And that all falls under this relationship with people itself. So that would be a very interesting topic for us to actually learn, you know, get some learnings as well. So I'll be looking forward to that too next week.
Yeah, we'll pop in and we'll share a little bit of, you know, key information, and, you know, tune in if you want to know more. And also, if you want to have a safe space to share your own thoughts and gain learnings, we have Peak Resonance spaces as well. You can join us there too. Please sign up on our event page. You know, you need to sign up to be provided with the link to join, and that is a safe space where you can share your thoughts and gain more insights as well.
Yes, certainly.
Cool, great. So that's it for tonight.
That's it for tonight. All right. Thank you, Rachel.
Okay, you're
Thank you,
welcome. Thank you,
everyone.
Desmond.
All
Thank you,
right. We'll see you
everybody.
around. Thank you, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.